Hello, Waswere here, back with another episode of the Old School Ironman. Last episode, we picked up the nice little Abyssal Whip here as we got 85 Slayer and camped Abyssal Demons for about 250 kills. If we look at the difference between what we were using before, which is the Dragon Scimitar, the Abyssal Whip has plus 16 melee strength and plus 15 slash over the Dragon Scimitar. That means we're getting about like 4 to 5 more max hits, 10% higher hits basically. And then we're also going to be getting like a little bit more accuracy with our plus 15 slash. We're going to keep slaying our way up to 87. That's about 700k experience. So might take me a week or 2 or 3. It just depends on what tasks we get. Lizard Man task number 9? I think it's 9. Let's check our kill count. I think it's like just under 1,000. Yeah, we're at 980 Lizardman Shamans. So 1/5 of the way to complaining about the fact that we don't have a Dragon Warhammer. It's funny, I'm going for the 1 in 5k drop here at the same time that I'm going for 2 1 in 5k drops on RS3. So the 5k number just doesn't like me right now. Forgot about this combat stat. We got 91 HP and we're now 106 combat. Getting up there. Doing my weekly 1,000 cooked Karen bonds because I ran out. We're up to 81 cooking. Eventually, I will move on to sharks. I think that's a thing that's going to happen when we do PVM. That's beyond Slayer, where I'm going to need the combo food. And one nice Dust Devil task later, we have 88 magic, which means we can now boost all the way up to 93 to be able to enchant Zenites with a +5 boost. But we don't necessarily need any Zenites just yet, so I'm going to hold off at least until we get maybe our next demonic task, as that's the first time I'm really going to want to have a Necklace of Anguish, and then we'll go ahead and make it. But for now, I'm going to try to get to 89, because that saves me the effort of having to go get a stew boost, a +5 stew boost, which I want to avoid as much as possible. Why am I always lucky here and not somewhere else? I don't know how many cave horror I've killed, but I have like 5 black mass now. Okay, Jagex. Not only do I get a black mass, but I also got a cave abomination that spawned on the very same kill. That's like what, 1 in 10,000 or something stupid. Picked up a elite casket here. Hopefully we get something good. We got a combat bracelet, some alks, and a tooth half of the key. Nothing overly major. I love me the Necrail task. Gives us tons of GP. Does cost a lot of runes, but eventually we will have basically unlimited runes. But for now, even buying them at Varrock, I profit on task. Like I spent maybe 300k on runes before this task, and I have 400k now. And I still get these 4 more alks, so profiting there, but eventually we might do a lot of barrows for the Mauritania elites, which will give us a ton of chaos and death runes. But we're back on normals now, and we can go get our next task. 174 trolls. I think that'll be level 86 Slayer coming up. Well, I am very dumb. I was wondering why this troll task was taking forever. And I kept my Bracelet of Slaughter on. I didn't put my Barrow's Gloves back on after the task, and I used like 30 charges on trolls. So, yeah, this is gonna be like a 200 troll task. Yay. But we're like 20 kills off 86 Slayer, so that's still hype. There it is. 86 Slayer. 1 final level to go. We hit a total level of 1875. We've got 374k XP to go till we get 87 and unlock Krakens. The 3-level task. We got an attack level, defense level, and a Slayer level all in the same task. Oh shit. We got a Dragon Harpoon here. How many worms have I killed? I've killed 1,200 worms. All on task too. And the drop rate is 1 in 2,000. It can help boost our fishing level. I think it'll be useful for our minnow hunting, because you harpoon them. So that'll be very nice. But that's a very cool thing to own. Well, that is the most purple I've ever seen on the ground at once. And we get a blue one. Holy crap. There's so much to pick up here. I got an Ancient Shard. I got a Dark Totem piece because I killed a Superior. And just everything at once. It just went like boom, boom, boom. This might be up there for my tiers record. We got 185. That should be like 11,000 runecrafting experience. Yeah, 11,100, and we are very close to level 60. Maybe we'll get one more tiers in by the time we get 87 Slayer. Maybe one. We'll see how much I play old school this week. There is attack level 78. We're probably going to get one more attack level. Assuming we don't get any like mage burst tasks, but our last attack level was at trolls, and so was this one. Just making some more prey pots before our lizardman task, and I picked up 74 herb lore. So that was basically all gained from cleaning herbs on farm runs, or by like making the few prey pots that I needed. I do need to get back into farming a little bit more because I have like 300 herb seeds in the bank, but I just end up being way too lazy and forgetting about doing my like 3 to 5 farm runs every day. Well, that's a good start to the task. We got a Dragonstone. That's pretty rare. That's our second cut Dragonstone from these Lizardmen Shamans, but it is what it is. There's so many like super rare drops that you can get, like the 1 in 1000s, 1 in 2000s, that getting any of them is like pretty common, actually. But I will take it. Picked up a 238 Necreal task. With extension, that should get us like 60,000 experience. Maybe even higher. So we're going to get pretty close to 87 here. We are now at a point where we're able to just naturally Magic Potion boost up to 93. And that will net us being able to enchant the Zenite. So all I need to do is just train up my crafting a little bit and pick up an Onyx. But we're going to wait for after the Trident to do that. Task done. Picked up a whole host of loot here, like 400k in cash. XP-wise, we are 17k. Yeah, 17k away from 87 Slayer. So this realistically could be our last task. Well, this is kind of poetic. It's the exact same task I got 85 Slayer on. I'm gonna get 87 Slayer on 225 Blood Belt. And there it is. 87 Slayer. We are now able to kill Cave Kraken and the Kraken boss, which is what we've been going for. So let's figure out what task to block, what Slayer Master to go to give us the highest chance of getting a Kraken task. I went ahead and used the calculator and found out that with my current block list, which is Sukwas, Steel Dragons, Hellhounds, and Calphites, my best choice was to come over to Duradel, which gives us about a 5% chance of getting a Cave Kraken task. I'm also going to unlock Krakon, which will make the task much longer, which will give us a better chance of getting the Trident. So, we're starting this off with like 1900 points. Let's see how many we use getting our first task. We also picked up the hard task in the Karanja area for getting a task from Kurda, which is basically the last thing I needed for this. I just need to do a couple quick things. So that's going to be something we're going to do shortly, probably next episode once we have the Trident. Oh, this is going to be really painful to skip all these Lizardman tasks, but we'll go back there once we have the Blowpipe. And I'm going to temporarily put Greater Demons on the block task, at least until we do Zami. Just because I'm probably going to skip it more than 3 times here. But 800 points used, and we don't have a Kraken task. This is getting a little concerning. Did a quick Black Dragon task here just because took like maybe 5 minutes to do, and we'll get closer to that 400 because it's looking like we might need some more points. But I also looked it up, and Konar is like slightly better. It's like 5.5 versus 5.3%. Durdle wasn't being nice to me, so I thought, why the hell, let's try out Konar. Skeletal Wyvern's another quick task that we're gonna do. And probably like what I'll end up doing is I'll get another quick task before I run out of points, so that'll at least get me my 400 streak. There we go. Whew. 154 Cave Kraken in the Kraken Cove. Unfortunately, it's not that long of a task. But we still have 500 points left, so maybe we'll get a second one after this 400 task boost. But let's go gear. So here is our setup to kill the Cave Kraken. We got our max prayer gear on, basically, where we get up to 24 prayer bonus, so that should make our mage pray last that much longer. Like, the full points is over 6 minutes. And then we're just going to be banging these Cave Kraken with Ivan's Blast, because they have such low magic defense. Even though I'm wearing full mage gear, I have a 99% accuracy. Basically, the only time I'm going to miss is if I happen to roll a 0. But the drop rate is 1 in 200 for the Trident. So hopefully we can pick it up this task. We have 154 on the task, but we have these Bracelets of Slaughter, which should extend it by a third. So we'll get just over 200 kills in theory, which is basically drop rate. So good luck us. Now got a 9. Okay, finally it stopped. But I had 9 slaughter procs in a row. So I did 10 kills and I only lost 1 on my task. I've never seen anything like that. There we go. We killed 206 Cave Kraken. So we are officially dry, and it's time to go get another task. We also picked up a 2 more Brimstone keys, and once we get this Trident, I'm going to take all the Brimstone keys we have in the bank and go and try to make this chest. Hell freaking yeah, this one didn't take us that many points. I only spent 300 here, and I had to do the 1 Skeletal Wyvern task, so I will take that. There we go. Haha, we have the Trident. So I'm going to leave the 65 we have left on our task, and we'll go finish it off later, because there's a lot of other things I want to get done. And when we come back to Slayer, I'm probably going to go kill the big boy Kraken boss instead. But that might be quite a while from now. Let's check our kill count. I think it was probably like 260, 270. Cave Kraken, 288. So, not totally dry, but I got it within 2 tasks. Still have 500 points when I come back here. And that is all fine and dandy. Okay, so with all of our Konar tasks, I picked up 24 Brimstone keys. And I'm going to go ahead right now and open this chest 24 times and see if we get anything. Now, there's a lot of good drops from here, but I think what I'm looking forward to the most might actually be the alchables, the coins, and the pure essence, which sounds kind of weird. There is the mystic stuff, which is 1 in 1,000 for each of them. So there's 5 pieces, so it's 1 in 200 each, and I'd be surprised if I got any of them. 89k coins, 50 dragon arrow tips, 4 snapdragons, another rune plate body, 4 Torstal seeds, 11 runite ore, 117k, 26 diamonds, 320 coal. I really don't care for the dragon arrow tips because I don't know when I'll actually end up using dragon arrows. Like, I would need a twisted bow for that, I'm pretty sure. Otherwise, you just use the bofa. Ooh, 200 raw sharks. That's actually pretty nice. Honestly, kind of disappointed with this haul. But it's not the end of the world. We got enough iron ore that I probably will never need to get steel bars ever again. 4 room plate bodies, 1 room plate legs, and 350k cash. I was expecting more. And then the other thing I want to do is get rid of all my like alchables here, basically everything except for the rune javelin heads and the dragon javelin heads, because that would take me like an hour to actually alch all of them. But I'm going to look up all these items, see if I need them for clues, and keep and alch the ones I don't need. Got my inventory all sorted with all the duplicates, and let's see how much we end up with. I think this will be like 2 million cash. The alchs are complete. Let's see what the final cash stack is. Wow, 3.8 mil gain from alchs. And we can add that to our already high 5.2 mil cash stack. Gives us 9 mil total. Now, while I was going through the alchs, I realized I didn't really explain what the Trident does. So the Trident has a couple things going for it. First of all, it's a 4 attack speed weapon instead of 3, as you can see by the speed -1 there. So that means it attacks every 2.4 seconds, so it attacks quicker. On top of that, the max hit is very variable based on your magic level. At my current magic level of 89, it's at 24, and once I get up to level 90, which will be pretty soon, that will go up to 25, which will match the current max hit of the Ivan staff. So essentially, I'm getting the same max hit, the same magic accuracy, but I'm getting attacks 0.6 seconds faster each time. So that essentially works out to be about 25% extra DPS. So that's going to really help out with killing Barrows, getting some more runes, maybe completing the Elite Mauritania Diary by getting a full set of items. But it has one kind of downside in that it's more expensive to use. Right now, the Ivan staff costs us 1 death rune and 5 fire rune for each cast, but because we have this Tome of Fire, it actually ends up costing us only 1 death rune per cast. But with the Trident, it's going to cost us 1 death rune, 1 chaos rune, 5 fire runes, and 10 coins per charge, which I can't use the Tome of Fire for these fire runes, so it's an extra 5 fire runes, 1 chaos rune, and 10 coins per cast. But it'll be worth it for the extra DPS. So that's going to be the end of this episode. Next time, we're going to catch up on all the things I didn't do because I was gunning for 87 Slayer for the Whip and the Trident. But now that we have both those items, we can start focusing on the things I didn't do beforehand. May that be quests, barrows, or some achievement diaries.